very quickly, I would like to look at this problem, and you're watching this because you missed it. So negative x plus y is equal to a negative 3, and 7x plus 4y is equal to a negative 12. So I need to take this and I need to solve one of them for a variable. This one's got a coefficient of 7, got a coefficient of 4, so I'm not going to deal with that one. So I'm going to come up here and I'm either going to solve this for negative x, or I'm going to solve this one for positive y. Now in my head, it makes a lot more sense to solve this for a positive y, because it's positive. Sometimes we lose our negatives. So I've got to then move this negative x. To move a negative x, I'm going to add x. So that when I do that, I'm going to end up with actually y is equal to x minus 3. And now that I have y is equal to x minus 3, I can, let's go with that. I can take that x minus 3 and I can move it down here to where y is, because it's y equals. So I'm going to move that in place of y. So when I do that, I'm going to get, I'll come back over here. I'm going to get 7x plus 4, and then this whole thing goes in there, so I have to put it in the parentheses. X minus 3, and that's equal to negative 12. Okay, so here I go. I've got to distribute this 4. So 7x, 4 times x is a positive 4x. A positive 4 and a negative 3, though, is a negative 12, is equal to negative 12. All right, so 7x plus 4x, they're on the same side, so I can simply combine them. I don't have to worry about inverse operating because they're on the same side as equal. So 7 plus 4 is 12, so 12x minus 12 is equal to a negative 12. So now here's my variable that I'm solving for. I've got a simple two-step equation. I've got an inverse of 12x, so I'm going to add 12x, add 12x. Those are going to cancel, and 12x is now equal to, well, negative 12 plus 12 is 0. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay that that equals 0. Now, some of us are like, that's not equal, so that's no solution. But you know what? We've got an x. So our x's didn't cancel out. And as long as our x's didn't cancel out, we can get an ordered pair. So now when I divide, I'm going to divide by 12. And when I do that, x actually equals 0 divided by 12 is 0. So those cancel out. And 0 divided by 12 is actually 0. So now that I know that my x is equal to 0, I can take my x equals 0 and I can put it in any of my equations. I can put it here, but it makes way more sense to take it and put it up here because that one's already solved for y. So it would be y is equal to x minus 3, which is really y is equal to 0 minus 3. And 0 minus 3 is a negative 3, so y would be equal to negative 3. Which means I've got one solution because I've got an x and a y, and that solution is 0, negative 3. So that means that these two lines would intersect and cross and be equal when x is 0 and y is negative 3. I know that's a lot. I know there's a couple of major steps that you got to watch out for. But if you are careful and you understand inverse operations and you're showing your work, then you should be able to successfully maneuver through these.